What?
Do I do my line now?
No.
You tell me when, okay? You point at me like this.
So nervous.
Yeah. This is, welcome to the Leroy and Earl pre-show, live on YouTube. We're live on the YouTuber, and we're about ready to go.
And this is Chaz, but hey, don't call right now. You got to call when we're live on Strange Label to get the LED monitor. I don't know why I'm saying that, like people are going to be calling off the hook because we've been doing this for like 3 weeks and no one's
Right.
called yet.
But
I
I
mean, not
guarantee-
me, but Earl. you got it.
I guarantee you Carlisi is sitting there rating right now, and he watches on YouTube, so he's probably watching right now. So if you are, you got to wait till we go live on Strange Label.
Well, all you got to do is be the first caller to call and speak to Earl. And
Did you say the first gorilla caller?
Racist.
Oh my God!
No, I said I said curl, but I've been meant to say something else.
So anyway, for those that don't know, this is Chaz from Miami. Chaz, welcome to the show.
Chaz is here filling in for Earl. Where is that guy, anyways? Where's Earl?
I don't know. He said he was coming.
Need some mental time? Or,
Maybe.
oh, he's on his way?
I thought he was. I don't know. So
Okay.
I
Anyway.
hope so. He's my ride home.
Chaz, we're gonna go live, and I need you to. Do you know what you're supposed to say?
I think I do, yeah. It's in
Okay.
big font over here in front of me. I've been working pretty hard. You want me to say it now? Or
No, I'll tell you.
you point it,
Tell you
don't
what,
just
I
tell
will.
me.
I'll be like, go. I'll say go.
Oh, God, that's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
All right, I'll be over here working this. Chaz from Miami. I mean, it's just Miami from Chaz. I mean, yeah, this is Miami from Louder. This is Miami from Chaz. And
He's gonna fuck it up.
before on the show.
No, I forget what I'm doing. Okay, hold on. Okay, I don't really. Let's see. What do I do next?
Did you start the DAW?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see. So you guys can, if you guys can see this too, you can help me. You're like, okay, it's recording, so you know it's recording. That's right there. That's
Okay,
recording.
that's the DAW.
But it's not live on Strange Label yet.
Okay.
So we're getting ready to go live on Strange Label. So, okay, I remember what I was going to do now. Okay, I got to get rid of this. And all right, so.
Hey, Pitch Shift fans, this is Chaz from Miami, and guess what? Previously on the Leroy and Earl show.
So wait. So your balls swelled up, but not your dick.
Yep.
So
Wait, was my dick from balls? Both? It was both, wasn't it?
You wouldn't show me, remember?
I think it was part of my dick and most of my, but my balls took the brunt of the beating, you know? Took the most beating. So, you guys are lucky I'm sharing this with you because this is personal info, man. Don't you tell anybody. This goes nowhere.
I would.
You're listening to the Leroy and Earl Show. It's the adult cartoon of podcasts. This is a kick-ass show, and as an authority on adult cartoons, I would know.
All right, welcome to the Leroy and Earl Show. I'm Leroy,
And I'm Chaz filling in for Earl.
And I'm Tuna.
and when you turn my headphones down during the show, it really messes me up.
Sorry.
Did you do that?
I thought they were mine.
So you thought they were all yours, huh? Anyway,
She needs something to play with.
because Earl's not here.
I wish I could. I used to be able to give you a knob to play with, but I can't now because I'm Chaz
Chaz,
from Miami. That
So-
was wiener chopped off. If you didn't know.
Chaz is in town. Wow. And Earl called and said he's going to be late. So I don't know if that means he's not coming or what. But so Chaz said, hey, I'll come over and fill in until he gets there. So Chaz, I appreciate it.
Yep. Any time to help out my favorite podcasters in the world who have always treated me fairly and like a woman at times and like a man at times, depending on what I'm doing. You know what? I've been listening to a lot of the recent shows, and Tuna, you go, girl. You've got it going on.
Yes. Tuna has taken the show to a different level.
It's like
Let's say.
you can actually listen to it now.
Right.
Enjoy it. It's great.
It's actually listenable. It's like when a really bad band gets a better singer or a better guitar player, and you're like, okay, they're listenable now.
But Earl called and he said, "Hey, we got to pump out this LED projector here. So, very first caller to call and talk with me, Chaz, gets an LED projector mailed to them free.
And the number is 330-474-9833. First caller to call that number gets this. Can't really see it.
Yeah, I got
LED projector.
I don't know. Like,
Oh, it's cool. It's got the green on it, so it's looking all. Here, let me show you guys.
Right, here we go.
Oh, we got all coming in already.
We got a caller. Hello, this is Chaz. Who do we have?
What's up, fuckers?
Hey, big guy. I got a call coming in. Can I put you on hold?
Do what?
Sorry, I've got a call coming in. Can I put you on hold? I'm just kidding. You're the lucky winner of an LED projector. Congratulations. What are you going to do with all this projector shit?
Hello.
Listen,
Hello.
you've actually got to be there to win this thing. You might get disqualified.
Well, here's the thing. This is a great segue into my next thing I wanted to talk about. And before we go any further, on tonight's show, we're going to have the great Marley Love, life coach and dream interpreter. She's going to join us here in a little bit, in about 10 minutes. And this weekend, this Saturday, is the first ever Shift Head event, a Shift Head hangout. This weekend in Akron, all the Shift Heads from around the country are invited. Vixen is flying in. Dave is driving the 2 hours. And it's going to be great.
Is that for real?
Yes, it's for real.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's why I'm here, guys. I drove from Miami to be in the Shift Head event.
Yes.
Who's the caller on here? I mean, they can't win the shit if they don't talk.
Who is this?
Hello?
Caller.
Hello, say something.
I got something to say, Leroy.
What?
What is up Saul's ass?
What
I hear that he's saying that he's not going to come to the Shift Head hangout unless I come. But yet every time I go to a bar and I walk in, I see him there. I'm like, "Hey, Saul, what's that?" And he just kind of turns his back to me like he didn't hear me.
Well, I have no idea. I mean, it sounds like he's messing with you. I guess I don't know. You know what I mean?
I keep throwing in the fact that he's doing terrible now on his NFL picks.
Are your
I mean,
hormones out of whack? Why? Get your hormones checked, girl, because you're fibbing over nothing, man. What's the matter? You got beef? God damn, does he listen?
Can you
Can
hear
you
us?
not hear Chaz?
Can you hear?
Not really. When the both of you are talking, you both sound the same.
We're not both talking. Sorry, I lost my cool. My hormones peaked. We're not both talking. It's just me, and you're not listening.
Well, I called to talk to Leroy and Earl, not Leroy and Chaz.
Really?
And this MFer wants to come and get a free projector.
Maybe we should take the next call.
Yeah, maybe we should just take the next caller, which will probably be him. But if it is, we'll take the next one after that.
So, hey,
Well, why all of a sudden Chaz just showed up out of nowhere. Chaz has been hiding in Miami with dude.
he came up for the Shift Head event.
Yeah, if you were just listening. And what do you got against me, Tiltano? I've showed you a good time. I've never rubbed you the wrong way.
I've never had anything against you.
Well, why now? Why are you beefing on me? Why are you putting your beef on me?
I'm not beefing on you.
All right, well, welcome to
I
the
just
show.
was expecting to hear Earl's happy voice on there.
Earl's getting his balls checked out right now. There's something wrong with him. So
Are they black again?
They're black, or he's getting them removed or something, so that doesn't happen anymore. I don't know. I don't get into his personal stuff. They just called and said, "Hey, you're in town. We need somebody to fill in." And guess what? Chaz is here.
Tuna, what's
Well,
up?
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would even want to leave warm Florida just to come up here where it's cold.
Oh no, I'm not from Miami, Florida. I'm from Miami, Ohio. Just kidding. I really love the dead silence after I say something from you, but
Yeah, what's the deal? What's the deal, Diltano? Did you come out here just to make the show suck? Because we do fine on that on our own.
Hello.
Hang up on him.
Anybody
On
there?
purpose.
Hey.
All right, hey, well,
Okay, bye.
geez, enough with the peak limiting shit. Guess what? We'll mail you this thing, or you can drive your ass up here and pick it up, since you're such a dick. But we love you. Thank you for being a shift head forever. We'll see you at the shift head party. And did I do a good job filling in for Earl?
You did a great job.
All right,
I appreciate
see ya,
it.
motherfucker.
Hey, Dildano.
Already hung up on him.
You did? I already hung up on him. So, anyway, you're listening to the Leroy and Earl Show. It's the Adult Cartoon Podcast. We are live every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Strange Label Podcast Network. This show is a little different, and you guys got to watch your mic. You guys
Sorry.
are just blasting
We're
away.
peeking.
Blasting
We're
away.
peeking over here.
Peeking, yeah.
I'm thinking that our caller that comes in, are they going to be on the phone?
Skype.
Okay,
You
so
want Skype
she'll
her
be able
here?
to understand Chaz's.
Yeah. Or maybe Earl. Maybe we should wait for Earl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be a little more clear to her. I just don't know if she'll understand me, being that she's Christian. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Christians have persecuted my people, the gays, for years and years and years and years and years and years. And I
And
just,
years.
you know, I'll be here. I want to be a fan and I want to respect her. But if that girl gets on me and starts dissing the LGBTQIA&G community, I don't want to have to go off with my hormones and
Right. It's probably best if you leave. Yeah, I don't think it'll work.
what?
I think it's best if you're not here for this interview. I just think you should leave. And I think, considering our guest tonight, Marley Love, is a life coach and a dream interpreter, which is I'm really,
Find it.
I'm really excited about the dream interpretation thing, and I thought I would play a classic clip from the show right before we call her, and then we can wait for Earl when he gets here. Here's
Earl's right here.
Oh.
What did you do to Chaz? She just ran out.
All I said was he was making the point that maybe he shouldn't be
You
on
mean
the.
she? Maybe if you would
I
call
can't-
her what she identifies as, that she would be so upset and run out. One of our biggest fans crying. She had tears running down
I'm
her
sorry,
pants.
I'm sorry if I don't know the she and he thing. Is it a she or he right now?
It's a she, man. She transitioned
she-man.
back again.
It's a she man.
Yeah.
So,
No,
so
I'm telling you.
You said it's a she man.
I don't know, but I've been listening to
You
this.
did. You said a she-man.
Just shut up, Ricky.
Ricky, this is our intern, Ricky Dixon.
Yeah,
Ricky,
I
how's it
just
going,
gave him a
buddy?
ride here, and he's running his
Good.
mouth.
That's good. He said.
Wait.
He said it.
You, Jazz said you were getting your balls checked out or something.
Let's not
and,
get into the
and
details.
you and Ricky rode here together.
Hmm.
I needed somebody to drive. Yeah.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Oh my God. So finally, Tuna talks. She's got something to say. Now that Earl's here, she wants to
Well,
just.
she didn't want to interrupt what we had going.
Right.
She is the ultimate co-host. She knows when to talk and when not to talk. But anyway, he shouldn't. The she-man, Chaz Louder from Miami, should not be upset because he was. She was saying that she probably shouldn't be on the line because she's very. I don't think she likes Christians, so I don't. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was the best idea for her to leave.
I think what she was really. I was listening, and I think she was saying Christians don't like her, not the other way around. She just doesn't want to get preached to. If she gets preached to, people get upset. You
All right.
know.
Well, I just thought it'd be better to wait for you. And how was I to know that you were coming in right at that moment?
So when is this caller gonna get a hold of us?
I'm calling her whenever we're ready.
Okay, so let me know. I have been not paying attention, so I know she's Christian. She's a life coach,
She's a life coach and a dream interpreter.
dream interpreter.
Marley is her name. Love.
Marley Love.
Coincidentally.
Coincidentally,
Two life coaches named Love.
Any relation?
I don't know.
We should ask.
We will definitely ask. And yeah, I told her that we were most interested in her dream interpretations. And someone from Strange Label actually messaged me today and said, "Hey, here's my dream. Please find out what it means." People are into this kind of thing. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll try to recall some of my dreams while we're going over that.
Okay. I figured you would have a dream.
Hey, I just wanted to put a plug out there. If you're looking for food and you want it fast, Grubhub is the place to go. Just put your order in online or download the app, and within the next 2 to 3 hours, you'll have your food hot and ready.
So you got your food that night?
Well, no, I didn't. I never got my food, but we did come to an agreement. We settled it. I was going to go to arbitration and all that good stuff, but Saul came in, worked the deal out, and so yeah, here we are. I'm promoting the Grubhub here. I got all kinds of free gear.
What'd you get? So you got free gear and that's it?
I got the free gear, and then I got I never got the tacos, but they refunded me my money, and
So they
said
did
that
give your money back.
they gave me my money back, and they said that you can wear this on the show from now on.
Really?
That sounds like a really crappy deal.
See, I really thought when you said tonight's show was brought to you by Uber Eats. That's what you were going to say.
And
So,
also, discountwheelies.com for pit bikes, and I'm actually contemplating. They're like Hot Wheel. What are those things? Those
Power wheels?
Power wheels. Yeah, there's some power wheels that I have access to that are remote control. You can actually control it and drive your kid around the yard. They have MP3 players,
LED lights in the wheels.
lights, leather seats. I'm actually considering getting at that. Obviously, they're a little higher end, so there's that. And OhioEssentials.com.
I was going to ask you about that tonight.
Well, don't get too personal.
Well, I just wanted to know what the hell it was because I went to OhioEssentials.com and I looked at it. First of all, I thought, of all the crap that he's given me over the years about making decisions without him, and then he takes on this sponsor without asking me about it. Or Saul.
Must
I
have
called
been a
Saul and
really
asked.
good deal.
So
Well-
anyway, what is Ohio Essentials?
Well, Ohio Essentials is a how do I don't know. They just gave me the pamphlet when they gave me the money. You know, it's not as bad as Liquid Cams. You took on Liquid Cams,
We made that decision together.
and we didn't make any decisions
Yes, we
together.
did.
Just
Yes,
like
we
we
did.
made the co-host decision together.
Tuna?
Ohio Essentials is a website where you can go here, and it's a local business, and they specialize in herbs, per se, legal type of herbs that smell good
You
and
had
make
to
you feel
specify
good.
legal.
And make you feel good. It is whatever you think it is, but it helps a lot of people, a lot of veterans with PTSD and anxiety. So go to that site, check it out.
All right, yep. So the show is brought to you by Discount Wheelies and OhioEssentials.com. This is the Leroy Reynolds Show. Well, buddy, I'm glad to see you. It was nice visiting with Chaz, but I'm glad you're here.
All right.
So you want to give Marley a
Makes
call?
one of us. Yeah, go ahead and give
Let's
us.
give Marley a call, see if I can do this right. If I do this, it's going to bring that up. I know I haven't chatted on Skype yet. I want to call her. So, do-do-do.
She's not gonna answer.
Bro, not. Nope, there she is.
Hello.
Hello, is this Marley?
Yes, it is. How are you guys?
Great. Welcome to the Leroy and Earl Show.
Thank you
Miss
so much for
Love,
having me.
Miss Love, welcome to the show. Was it last week or the week before we had another lover on the show?
It was the week before, but anyway.
I think I saw that when I listened to a little bit of it.
Okay, you guys aren't related by chance, are you?
I don't think so.
Now, are these real names or are these like, you know, I don't know, what, dancer names? Or
Stage
whatever?
name.
Stage names, yeah.
No, it's my married name.
Okay.
So my husband's last name was Love, and I think it's real as of.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome, actually.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, I just want to check. Are you going to leave your camera off?
Yeah, is that okay if I
Oh,
leave the camera off?
that is great. I just need to know which.
Do you
Which
want us
view?
to turn our cameras off now that you've seen us?
It's cool to see you guys, but I'm not dressed like I should be to be on camera, so I'm gonna keep it off.
Definitely our best guest so far.
We can respect that. We'll work our way into getting the camera on.
So, first of all, we're going to ask some questions that we normally ask all our guests. And the first main question is, we appreciate you coming on the show. And when you agreed to come on the show, did you listen to the show?
I did listen, and so yeah, I think this is awesome. I'm really excited to be on the show, and I'm glad that you guys got me on here.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I don't know why people keep coming on the show. It doesn't make any sense.
Even
to me.
after they
Right.
listen.
I know.
You guys are funny, so I can just be myself. I don't have to be all buttoned up or anything
Right,
like that.
exactly. I
on the
think
show.
that is the draw to us, is that we're a little relaxed and we're not judgmental, although we're going to make fun of you, be sure of that.
I hope. Okay,
we're
that's
not
all
gonna-
right. I can
We're
take it.
not going to make fun of
But
you.
we hope you make fun of us, so.
Right.
Okay, I'll
So-
do that too.
What we know about you is that you're a Christian life coach and dream interpreter, and it looks like from your website you're pretty busy. Is this something you do as a full-time gig?
Yes. Yeah, it's my full-time job. So I love it.
Which part of those three specialties do you get the most work out of? I don't know how to talk tonight, so.
No, most of it is probably the life coaching. But I just got my own TV show on like this Christian network, and so that's what's really been eating up most of my time, honestly. But when people want a dream interpreted, they'll pop on in and they'll put it in there, and then I have like a Facebook group for dream interpretation, and so that kind of keeps me busy at times as well. Also.
Now, you mentioned the TV show. I was looking at your website and watching your YouTube videos, but the TV show I didn't know about that. Do you want to tell us the name of it, or is it still in production, or?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, the first episode was last Friday, so it's really brand new. But I think I was started it last month or whatever to kind of get everything together. But long story short, it's called Purpose is for All, and I really just bring on guests to talk about their purpose, and then I just give like tidbits about purpose, how people can kind of find their own, and how to walk in their God's purposes for themselves. So it's every Friday morning at 6:00 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Now Network, and so it is. The Now Network, it's like a 24/7 urban Christian TV network. So it's kind of new and stuff. And so, yeah, it's been a new venture. I'm honestly can't believe I have it right now.
Do you do the dream interpretations on the TV show?
I haven't had I haven't put that topic on there yet. So as of right now, I'll probably, if I'm later on, I'll talk more about like dream interpretation and stuff.
Do you take calls on the show?
I don't. I don't, because it's not
morning.
like live. So I had to record everything like within 1 week. So because to be on like a TV network, it costs money. And then like I didn't have any of my camera equipment or anything like that. So I had to get all that stuff. And so I had to like rent it. So I'm like, okay, I have to do like 7 episodes in 1 week and pre-record like everything. And so anyway, no, I don't take like call-ins yet, but I do take like little questions. I reached out to people on social media about if they had questions they wanted me to answer on the show. I kind of took a few of those and answered them at the end of each episode.
So, the dream thing just fascinates me, and I know a lot of other people were fascinated by it as well. When I was younger, I used to think dreams were like, whoa, like I'd have a dream and it's like, oh, I got to change my life. I've got to change things because of this dream, and it would always fade. And now I have these dreams. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's not going to change it. Have you had anybody like tell you their dream and then you interpret it like it actually motivated them to change something, or
yeah. Oh, sorry, definitely.
Right.
I'm trying to think, like I know a few people wrote in and they have said, I'm thinking of one particular person, I don't want to put their name out there, but they were having a dream and it was like, oh, how was it? They were flying and then they kind of landed and they saw like their old dog kind of died or something like that. And something else happened like with the pickup truck, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. But anywho, so a lot of times, like if you're flying in a dream, that means like you're kind of flying above certain things, like either like depending on what you're flying over, it could be like issues, or God might be taking you higher, like in your purpose. If you ascend like really fast, that might mean you're like going gonna do something really fast, or if you kind of are flying, you dip down really low. That might mean that you're kind of falling and kind of be in prayer about certain things. But for this person, they were flying and then they saw like their dog, and a lot of times dogs, they're like man's best friend, you know? So if you love dogs, I know they did, that can mean like a friend. And so their dog dying, their old dog dying can kind of mean like old friendships are kind of falling away as like this person was going higher. So I kind of said, this is what the dreams kind of mean, like you're going higher and you feel like old friends are falling away, not to worry about and stuff. And he's like, yeah, ever since, I started like this business, some friends have been kind of like, dropping off and not really talking to me and stuff like that. And so that dream, I guess, hopefully I answered your question correctly.
So do you take a scientific or religious approach to your interpretations? What kind of approach do you take, or do you just go on a hunch?
No, mine are definitely biblically based. So I everything that I do, it's either I go straight to the Bible or I pray about it as well. And there are a few Christian, like prophetic Christian leaders that have like dream books that kind of teach you on how to decipher on how to interpret people's dreams and some common symbols and what those mean. But like I said, like a dog a lot of times can mean a friend, but if someone like hates dogs, like they got attacked by a dog as a child, that can mean something totally different to them. So whenever I'm like interpreting a dream, I go to the Bible first, then I might go to like the dream symbols from like these prophetic people, and then I just pray about it and ask the Holy Spirit, like, what does this mean?
So if you see a friend, does that mean it's a dog then, or does it like work both ways, or?
No, not really. I don't think so. The dog just sometimes means friend, but again, it's different for a lot of people in different cases. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I got one here for you.
Okay.
From one of our listeners. Actually, it's from the podcast network we're on, strangelabel.com. The owner of it sent this in, and he says, last night was my high school friend's, this is his
Wait,
drink.
what was that? Did you just drop a shot glass?
Oh, no. I was getting a piece of paper so I could write this down. Wow. And my phone was charging, so that kind of...
Okay, all right. Well, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay, here it is. It says, his dream last night was my high school friend's mom wanted me to go with her to return some yard waste bags and pool hoses to the back.
What? I'm trying to. Can I? You need. There's nothing bad in here, right?
No, it's not. It's not bad at all. And this is not from us. This is from one of our Twitter followers, which, like I said, is our podcast network. I'm gonna try and do this again. Okay.
I'm reading it on here. I could see it.
You can see it? Okay, good. So,
yeah.
But I have to read it because there's a lot of people that don't see the video. They just see the audio.
Some of us can't read.
So, okay, his dream last night was my high school friend's mom wanted me to go with her to return some yard.
Yeah, I'm gonna read. So, what? Dream last night was my high school friend's mom wanted me to go with her to return some yard waste bags and pool hoses to the bad guys from the Netflix series Ozark, who for some reason lived a few blocks from us. They tried to bond with me about racist stuff, and I was uncomfortable. Why is that so hard to read? I don't get it.
And he
It
added,
could have been a lot worse for our fans.
he added, I was wearing hockey goalie leg pads and was hovering, if that's relevant.
Hold on.
This clear as mud.
Oh, that's what he added?
Yeah, he added that.
Wearing
It's at the bottom there. He was wearing a hockey goalie leg pads and hovering.
Well, he was above some people. I know that.
All right, so that sounds like a lot.
Was there any dogs? Did you ask him
There's
about
no dogs in it. I don't see any
Yeah.
animals at all. Just his high school friend's mom. So that's a lot. That's a lot to take in. Now, I would like to help a little because, like I said, I love this subject. Are you familiar with the bad guys from the Netflix?
I
Ozark.
am honestly because I'm from like Missouri, and so I watch that show, so I do know
Okay.
that show, which is good. But I wonder
He's
what
breaking
bad
it.
guys, because there are a lot of bad guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that they're talking about. Wait, they're gonna deliver some yard waste bags and pull hoses to some bad guys. So I'm gonna guess that they're talking about the country, the farmers, maybe.
Oh,
Let
okay.
her
there we
let
go.
her handle it. She's the
Well,
dream
I'm sorry, I'm
interpreter.
trying to
So
interpret
I just wanted to make sure she knew who the bad guys were from the Netflix series. Because the rest of it is very self-explanatory. But if she had never seen that show, it might hinder
Can you
her in her
explain why you're
interpretation.
crying right now?
I'm crying because for some reason this dream is just making me laugh, and I apologize. I'm sorry, but go ahead, Marley, take it away. What's this mean for this poor soul?
Okay, so I'm trying to think. So with the dream is definitely about himself. So whenever you're interpreting a dream, you know if it's about you or you're dreaming about someone else or something like that. So it's definitely about him. Yard waste and pool hoses. That's big. The yard waste. Pool.
And maybe that's dog.
Really got to
poop.
think about
That's
that.
dog feces.
There's no dog involved.
Okay.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be
we
a
had to
dog.
cut out the
Yard
dog
waste.
this
Yeah,
time,
it doesn't
okay?
have to be a dog every damn time. So,
I don't even know why I brought up a dog, but I think it's because my dog tried to come into the room when I was about to record or be on the show, and I was like, "No, get out the room." So maybe that's why dogs keep popping up.
or keeps mentioning it. I don't know.
So the main thing he was hovering over. So I talked about that earlier. Hovering and hockey stuff. That means trying to protect himself from something.
Probably the bad guys.
So yeah, it looks like I usually ask people questions like, was the dream colorful? How are you feeling, like fearful or anything like that? But just off a hunch, I'm gonna trust this. It seems like he's trying to. Let me think about this really quick.
This
It's
seems
like
like it
he's
would
trying
be.
to
This
rise
is probably
above.
one
He's
of the
trying to
more
rise
compli-
above some things, and he's trying to protect. He's trying to protect himself from some stuff, and I don't know.
By putting his waste on somebody else, his
No.
problems and somebody else's.
He's wearing the hockey pads.
Oh, but I'm
Yeah.
saying he's trying to put his work on somebody else. Maybe.
And he's hovering. This
No.
if I was a dream interpreter, I'd be overwhelmed.
I'm
This
not
is a lot.
overwhelmed. I really feel like the hovering, like the yard waste, it's a big deal, but not really. His best friend's mom, so he has to be comfortable with her, but I do want to know what their relationship is.
And
But
they're taking the yard waste and the pool hoses to the bad guys from the Netflix series Ozark.
Why pull hoses?
I don't know.
Are they gonna
and also,
waterboard him?
has he been watching? I want to know also, and after this, if he's listening, have him tweet this stuff out as well. If he's now watching that Netflix show, like if he just binged it, like all night, because that could make a big difference as well. But
I don't think
in
there's any other
general-
way to watch it.
Right.
what'd you?
There's no other way to
He's
watch
listening.
it but binge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
Maybe
he's
he
binging
was
it now.
maybe it was him and his best friend's mom, and they were Netflix and chilling.
I don't know.
No.
And that's
no,
why he feels
no.
really uncomfortable. He's trying to protect himself from that. I think it's.
And he
I
was
think
on
really
top.
this guy. I really believe this guy is trying to rise above some stuff that's happening within his life that he really does feel uncomfortable with. And maybe, again, his best friend's mom is someone that he can confide into to kind of help him get through some things. But that's maybe, but he doesn't really want to because he's kind of protected.
Now, does it help?
That's kind of hard. That's a hard one.
Yeah, I
for
thought it
me.
would be.
Well, not all dreams have a meaning behind them, do it? Do you?
Well,
that's a good
here's the thing. Like, the dreams come from three different sources. So you have dreams from God, God dreams. I believe that all significant dreams come from God. You have God dreams. You have dreams of like your soul, like kind of like what people say, like what you ate the night before, or if you're taking certain medication and stuff. And then you have dreams from the enemy, and the enemy is the devil, because like I said, I'm a Christian, so hopefully I can say that on you guys' show.
You can say whatever you want.
Okay, cool. So you have dreams from like the enemy, the devil as well. And so if I knew this guy and I could ask him a few more questions, I would ask him, obviously if he watched the show the night before, because that could have something to do with it. But if he didn't, then this could be like a prophetic dream, and kind of like God telling him, you might need to release some stuff and go to your best friend's mom and kind of talk to her about it. She'll help you rise above what's going on in your life. Or if he's like, no, I really did watch all these shows at my best friend's house last night, that could really be like a soulish dream and really not mean like anything.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. That was a really good question, Earl. So some dreams just don't mean anything.
Oh yeah. I mean, maybe parts definitely. Of it mean something, and other parts are just filler.
Yeah, and you guys can really tell. Like, I find that like God dreams, like dreams for like your destiny and like where you need to go next, and kind of like point you in the right directions. Those dreams are like colorful, like really have a lot of color. Dreams from like your soul, those are like really dull colored. And then dreams from like the enemy, those are usually black and white dreams.
Ooh,
and
that's good news for me. That's good news for me.
Why?
Because I have never ever had a black and white dream ever.
That's good.
Really? I never really thought about whether it was color or not.
I didn't even know until I was, in my 30s that people had black and white dreams.
I would go out on a limb and say that if you're having a black and white dream, you are the dog in that dream. And that's why that you see the dog.
Because they're
I had a black and white dream.
Yeah.
It happened. Yeah, it's creepy.
Huh. So you had a black and white dream. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, and hopefully this might be someone else that had a black and white dream, but like mine was, I was driving in a car and I looked to my left and I saw like this huge tornado coming for me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is creepy, I kind of woke up, and like tornadoes usually mean like destruction and stuff, but even if you have like a black and white dream and like from the enemy, a lot of times like God always has a redemptive plan for you. So it's like the enemy's trying to cause a storm in your life, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a storm in your life. It's like, okay, what do I need to do to make sure I'm not like walking into the storm or walking into that pathway?
Or how about this? You don't even realize it and you're in the eye of the storm. So you've got to, no matter what, you've got to make it past the enemy.
Very true. No matter what, we have to get through it.
Feel free to use that.
Is it trademarked or?
No, it's all yours. Tuna, you sound like you've had a dream or something. You're over here wanting to say something. What is it?
Well, I admitted about a dream that I had recently to you, but I don't feel comfortable saying it.
Yeah, some dreams are not PC.
Well, is it the dream you told me?
Yeah.
That's not that big a deal.
I don't
it's
even,
weird.
I don't even remember.
It's really
it's weird, but
she
it's
tells
not...
me like a dream every day, so I don't. Whatever.
Now, let me ask you this, Tuna. You were all set to tell her this dream, and then you found out she's a Christian. You changed your mind.
No,
it's not that big a deal.
So most of the people on the show, guests and regular hosts included, are. I don't know how to say it.
You can make fun of me.
They're degenerates, basically.
I'm a degenerate?
And then I started watching her videos, and I was like, wow, she's so polite and respectful.
She's got anxiety about telling
I cannot
you this.
tell her about this dream.
She said she listened to this show, right?
Yes.
So she knew,
I don't judge.
She knew what she was getting herself into, so let's
Tell
hear
me.
it.
Should I admit it?
Let's hear it, Tuna.
It was
just tell a dream.
A very long dream.
Well, never mind.
But it's like it was one dream, but it was split up into like 6 or 7 different.
Was it in color? Hold on.
We got a call coming in.
Should we answer?
Yeah, answer it. Of course, answer it.
One moment. Go ahead. You're on the Leroy and Earl show and Tuna and Love.
There's like 60 people on this show now.
Is this
This is the
Is
face
this
of Dave.
Dave?
is this face of Dave?
Yeah, it's the face of Dave.
Dave,
Just calling to say
we have
hello. How are you guys?
pretty good, Dave. We're doing an interview right now. Did you have a dream you want interpreted?
I did. Last night I had a dream that I was naked and I had to have a test done, but I didn't study, and my teeth fell out.
Ooh.
And your what? Fell
Okay.
His teeth fell out
out? Of where?
of his mouth.
Oh, yeah, right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was it in black and white or in color?
Sepia.
And where was the dog?
Sepia. Okay, this is this. There's no damn dog. Listen, this is great. We got a live caller, so now she can ask him questions. So take
Okay,
it
yeah,
away.
so I'll shut up.
Take it away,
Be right
Marley.
back.
Okay. Oh, so you can hear me, right?
Yeah, he can hear you.
I
Right?
can hear you.
Okay, awesome. So his name is Dave. Well, Dave,
Yeah.
hi first, and very interesting dream. It's very symbolic what your dream is. So basically, since you were naked, that just means like you might feel exposed about something, and that test or hold on, sorry, you might feel exposed about something that's happening, and with your teeth falling out, that just really means that you just might need like a little more wisdom in a few things, like a few areas and where you might feel like exposed and feel like that anxiety. So I don't know if you were listening earlier. Like I am like a Christian life coach, so I always tell people if they have dreams with like their teeth falling out or something like that, they just need to kind of pray and say, "Hey God, can you give me the wisdom to kind of get through like this next step?" So that's really the advice I would give you.
Marley, one thing you should know about Dave is he's a Democrat, so he doesn't believe in God.
That's fair.
Oh, but Democrats
So,
believe
those
in
two
God.
things aren't related, but they are true.
Sorry, I'm just kidding. Dave's a great guy. I just throw that in there. So.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a I guess a Jesus pleaser.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. But do you feel like, kind of like exposed and kind of like have a little anxiety about a few things that you're not sure what to do next?
I was raised Catholic, so anxiety is my base level.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I actually coach like a lot of people that were Catholic as well, so it's interesting. But long story short, Dave, I know you might not, practice like the religion or anything like that. And again, no judgment, totally cool. But just ask. You can still say a little prayer, but like, hey, what's the next step on what I should do, and see if the next dream that you have, if your teeth aren't falling out. Like you might be naked and stuff, but your teeth might not be falling out. So you might be able to go to that next level.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe.
Miss
Well,
Love.
thank you guys. I just wanted to call in.
All right, man. See
Thank
ya.
you.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
Hey, so you watch Netflix, right? Have you watched the series? No, I guess this is Hulu, but Preacher. Have you ever seen Preacher?
No, I haven't.
Ah, man, I hate to spoil this. Spoiler alert, but season 2, God is the dog.
Hold on, for real?
Spoiler alert, season 3, no, he's not.
Ah, well, I'm just saying, in season 2, he
that
is.
felt really good.
Yeah. Sorry. So before Dave rudely called the show and interrupted, Tuna, you're not off the hook yet.
Yeah, she thought
Finish
she
your
was.
story here.
Yeah, and tell Dave if he has any other questions, he can always email me if, he has any others. And I hope I didn't make him feel bad by saying he needed wisdom.
What's your email address?
Oh, it's Marlie, Marlie, at marleylovelifecoaching.com.
Okay, Dave, if you have
Super
any more,
easy.
send that out. Now, before Tuna tells you her dream, which is unbelievable. But anyway, so if someone does come to you like this that isn't a quote-unquote Christian, does it change how you view the dream, or is it going to be the same interpretation regardless of that person's belief system?
Very good question.
Yeah, great question. I think it's still going to be the same because in the end, I believe that God's the one that gives us the dreams, and He gives them to believers, non-believers, everybody. Because in the end, we're all God's children, and He loves all of us no matter what. And so, I think, I give the same interpretation.
Tuna, you are on. Let's hear it. What's your dream? She so doesn't want to tell you this, and it's not that big
I'm
a deal.
actually nervous because I don't remember.
No,
You will.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. Okay, so the one segment that really stuck out, and I just woke up that next morning going, what the heck was that about? So I was in the shower, and all of a sudden, my mom and my sister, they were fully clothed. I'm not sure if I was wearing clothes or not, but my mom and sister came into the shower, and then all of a sudden, one of them pooped. And I'm not making this up. This is a
Wait,
real
they
life.
poop in the shower at least?
Yeah,
Or they just sat on the toilet and let
no,
one go? 'Cause
one
that's
of
normal.
them went number 2 in the shower while all 3 of us were standing in
Did
there.
you look at it?
I had to. I knew it was
everybody
there.
looks
Well,
at it.
I'm going to ask this. I'm going to ask this for Marley because she's not going to want to. Was it solid or runny?
Solid.
Okay, so there you go.
Was it
This-
black
Thank you for
poop?
asking that.
Or was it color?
It was normal.
Look at my dirty girl.
Well, good luck with that one, Marley.
Yeah.
This is a dream?
It was
The whole thing?
Oh, it really happened.
It was-
That
on
was
this
it.
show, it's not. She's not sure on this show what's dream and what we're actually just talking about.
And
You know what I
Marley,
mean?
all joking aside, she's not making that up or not being funny. That is a real dream she had. So
And this was before I even knew you were a dream interpreter. I admitted this dream to Earl that morning, so
Ooh, okay. That's interesting. Very interesting dream. So, when you're in the shower, it usually means kind of like cleansing, And so for your mom and your sister to come in there, it means like I feel like you all's relationship was kind of being cleansed. But then somebody, like you said, pooped in the shower. So I wonder if they, like, even though you had to try to, like, cleanse the relationship, like, someone's still trying to mess it up. I don't know if that...
You're allowed to cuss.
Does that make any sense?
It does.
Actually, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. In fact, I feel like that was kind of a softball. That one, like, I think I would have interpreted that exactly the same.
Was it soft? Was it a softball?
Will you stop asking?
That's not what I meant. But that's
How long did it
Just
take
waiting.
for it to
It's
go
like-
down the drain?
I know it's going to be on the spot.
She's serious. Tuna is serious over here. She wants it, but I think Miss Love interpreted it perfect.
I think that was damn spot on.
So what you're saying
Damn spot on.
is she's in there cleansing herself in her her family life, and somebody in the family is basically raining shit on her parade. I'm sorry. Please.
Just be cool, man.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, well, I'm just saying. I don't know how else to say it. Is that right?
For the most part, it's like, they got in there and they're trying to, like, work on the relationship, but someone keeps pooping in the shower, basically.
go.
Someone
There you go.
keeps trying to dirty up the relationship when
Right.
you're trying to work it out and stuff. That's kind of what I'm getting within that dream. And I don't know, like, this could be a soulish dream, if that's something that's going on, or it could be like God being like, I'm trying to
You say soulish?
mend this relationship. So
Soulless.
Did we
tell me.
ask if it was in color or not? Did we?
I don't remember if it was or not because it was so dark.
Who was it that pooped?
I don't know. It was either my mom or my
Oh,
sister.
you don't even know who it was.
No, they were
No.
both in there.
Maybe it was your stool mate.
Oh my God, that's an interesting dream, actually. That's very
is.
very insightful, Marley. I appreciate
with
that.
you.
And we have a question from a listener on Strange Label. She says, could you please ask Marley why I constantly have sex dreams about almost every guy I meet? Now that seems pretty easy, but I'm gonna let you.
Dildano, come on, Dildano.
No, it's Mick. It's Mick from Strange Label who wants to know where the hell Tuna is tonight.
Sorry.
Yeah, Tuna forgot her laptop, and I forgot the log. So anyway, Michelle from Boston, Mass. Go Patriots. Wants to know why she constantly has sex dreams about almost every guy that she meets.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what it means when you have like sex dreams. Gosh. I cannot remember that one because I feel like. Sorry, I'm trying to think.
It's okay. Sounds like you're doing something else.
No, I'm like tapping my foot on this bar. You guys can hear everything. I didn't realize.
Right,
that
yeah, it's pretty.
The sound is like.
And your camera's been on this whole time too.
No, it hasn't.
It has not, because I can see my little picture up there at the top.
Well,
hopefully.
let me answer this one.
Oh my
Mick,
gosh,
you're an
I look
info.
horrible. Oh, say that again?
I said, let me answer this one. Mick, you're just an nymphomaniac. There is another question on here, right? Am I reading this right?
Yeah.
Here?
Sorry, Mick. I don't know, but I'll find that out for you and then.
Okay, my
I'll
mom.
send it in.
This comes from named Jim. My mom used to dream I was hit by a car wearing red shorts, so she wouldn't have. So she would. God, hold on a second.
You
It
learn
just
to read.
disappeared. It just disappeared in front of me. So she wouldn't let me wear red shorts anymore.
So it wasn't really a dream. It was just his mom having that dream.
Well, he's
Well, it's,
asking to interpret his mom's dream.
Oh, yeah. I think that was just probably like a big fear of hers for some reason.
Red
And that's just
shorts?
like coming out in her dream.
Maybe she went to like a bull fighting ring. Or
Well, if I had a dream more than once, I'm assuming this. It sounds like it was multiple times. If I had the same dream, which by the way I've never had the same dream twice, but if I had multiple dreams about a kid of mine getting hit by a car wearing red shorts, I might do the same.
Jim, if you could possibly ask your mom, was the dream in black and white or color?
And was there a dog?
Was there a dog? I have a dream that
And also ask her if like she saw somebody else get like hit by a car or something like in childhood or something. Because again, it could just be like a fear of somebody else she knew that happened to them.
Okay, so I have one. When this was a reoccurring dream when I was probably maybe, I don't know, 6 years old, 7 years old.
Okay.
And I grew up, I had a other sibling who's 5 years older than me, brother. And we lived in a 3-story house. I always had a dream, probably about 3 times, that we were in the top story of the house. The window's open. My brother's friends are there. And there's a tree right outside that window, a large tree with a huge Reese cup hanging from it. I'm not lying. This is no joke, but it brought me fear, though. That's the weird part. Because I guess a fear of falling, maybe. I don't know. You know, the Reese might just because I was 6 or 7, but that's my dream. And it happened about 3 times.
3 times. And it has Reese's. Is Reese's like your favorite candy?
I mean, at that age, any candy was my favorite candy. I think the moral of the story was, you know, all my brothers and his friends were reaching out and getting his candy, but I was afraid for them and afraid for myself.
Okay. And you're on the top floor of your house. You're looking out the window.
And I am around.
And how old were you when you had these dreams?
It's probably in between the ages of maybe 5, 6 years old, 4 even.
5, 6.
I didn't have the greatest childhood growing up, if that helps. Well, although we were raised Christian.
Okay.
Well, that can be debated. But
yeah, I mean,
that's a different,
you know,
that's a different show.
There's lots of different Christians out there, but we were raised Christian, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
you know, I'm I'm just looking at this, and I think you had it 3 times, and 3 is like the number of like the Trinity. And then like your brother's 5 years older than you, and 5 is the number of grace. And so it's like you're on the top floor. It's kind of looking out. I feel like God's just telling you at that point not to. I hope this doesn't sound like cliche, which they really shouldn't be. Just to go out and get basically what you want, because looking out the window is kind of like seeing like your future and stuff. So, man, it's literally God just kind of telling you got the grace.
So you're telling
to
me
reach out
to go
and
for
do it.
But why would he
And
make
get
me
what you want.
afraid of it? I don't understand. Why wouldn't he just put the Reese's lower on the ground if he wanted me to have the Reese's?
Well, sometimes you gotta, in order to kind of go for your dreams, you have to really reach out and do something that you might be afraid of.
Okay, so to follow up on this story, now this isn't a dream, this is reality, really happened. That same house, in the backyard, we had a shed. It was a pretty tall shed. You had to climb up there. And there is a tree. I don't know what kind of tree it is in Ohio. Kind of looked like similar to a palm tree. But anyways, a very flexible tree that my brother and my friends would always jump and grab onto. So this tree would go down to the ground, and it would bring you back up to the top of the shed. So I got brave, like you just told me to do. One day, I went out there by myself, around the same age, and I went and jumped, and I missed. I didn't get the tree, and went straight down and fell on my back. And
and it wasn't good.
Well, to be honestly, it didn't hurt. I mean, I cracked my back, and after that, I wasn't afraid of it because I just fell probably 10, 12 feet. And that's a long fall for anybody, really, but for somebody who's small, fell straight on my back, which I thought I was going to die, and then it was all right. So,
did you have the dream before or after?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't remember. I mean, I guess maybe it was after, or maybe it was before. I don't know.
It might have been before.
Regardless, there was no Reese's in there. There's a tree, but
so I can't. Oh yeah, man.
Well,
I'm bombing on today.
No, you're doing great. Michelle from Strange Label did not like her answer, but I told her, you know what? You go to a doctor, you might not like the answer. You go to a dream interpreter, you may not like the answer. I'm sorry, Michelle from Strange Label. That's the answer. So.
Yeah, you have to get me on the spot.
You do sound a little bit like you're falling asleep, so we probably should let you go.
No. I'm just like, I'm like, oh God, I'm hoping I'm like doing okay because I don't want to like fail everybody. But
there's no wrong answer.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer on this show.
You don't call it fact, you call it an interpretation, right? So we don't expect you to be 100% right on everything. I mean, you're a human we are. And we're not, just like you don't judge, we're not here to judge anybody. We like to have a good time. We appreciate you being on the show. You seem like a very nice person. And anybody, plug one more time. I mean, I'm sure you got something you want to advertise, right?
Sure. Well, if people are like, I still want Marley to interpret one of my dreams, all they have to do is go to marleylovelifecoaching.com. And I do it for free, just because I really do love it. And so they can put it in there and I'll ask the questions, like what it was about, the colors and everything like that. And I usually get it back within like 2 days back to them. And lastly, if you do like dream a lot and you're like, but I wake up in the morning and I can't remember it, please like write down your dreams. It's really, really important because just date it. Write down if it's colorful, and then just write everything that you remember because that can really help the dream interpreter. And it can help you later in life because if something that you dreamt actually happened, then you'll know how to kind of proceed like with your life and stuff.
So I have one last question before we let you go. It has to do with what you just said about forgetting your dreams. I think we all experience that. We'll wake up in the morning, and while we're brushing our teeth, we're like, oh my God, I can't believe this dream. And by the time we walk out the door to work, it's like, I can't remember any of that
Yeah,
dream.
that's weird.
So, but my question is, I had a dream, and it's probably going on at least 2 years ago, that was so traumatic. And I won't even tell you what the dream was
Was
about.
the dream as having a successful podcast?
It was.
Wow. You're not going to tell us what the dream is about?
I cannot relive the dream. It was so traumatic. It had to deal with my daughters, okay? But I remember every detail of that dream to this day. What does that say anything? It's the opposite spectrum of when we forget these dreams. This dream, and I cannot tell you any other dream in my life that I've remembered for this long.
Yeah, I think like certain dreams just really stick out to people. And you know, I don't know. I always tell people just to pray about it. I know that sounds cliche, but pray about it and just see if like that dream pops up again, or if, I always tell people sometimes things might pop up on TV, or you might have a conversation with someone just to kind of give you confirmation on like what you're feeling and stuff. So I just pray about it, because there's certain dreams that I forget, and then there's dreams that I like remember, and some dreams that I write down but like forget, and I go back and I like read it over. I'm like, oh whoa, I can't believe that dream happened. That dream's like really significant and stuff, but I kind of forgot about it and
We
stuff.
should probably do that. That could be a whole segment on the show. We wrote these dreams down.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, write them down. I just write in my phone notes, and I search it out, and I'm telling you, like, I had a dream, what was it, last year around this time, about my church, and like all this stuff was like happening. Didn't think about it, and like literally this last week, the stuff I dreamt about started happening in the church, and I was like, whoa, if I never wrote that down or anything, I wouldn't even like realized it and everything. So
that is weird.
Definitely write down every one of your dreams, or as many as you can within like the first 10 minutes of waking up, because after the first 10 minutes it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, I don't do anything for an hour, so I don't do anything for an hour. So anyway, all right. So again, thanks guys. Thank you so much, Marley Love. MarleyLoveLifeCoaching.com, correct?
Yep, that's it.
And we'll tweet out that information if anybody listens to our show, which they will. Somebody will listen. actually, most people listen.
Probably our next guest.
Yeah, and most people listen on the download later. So it'll be up there. So you might be getting some emails from some of our weird listeners who we call shitheads. So again, Marley, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, guys, for having me, and I'm sure one of you are going to dream about a dog tonight, so let me know what happens. Sure. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Marley Love from MarleyLoveLifeCoaching.com.
I want to point out that this happens a lot where we think, this is going to be boring, like we're dreading the interview, and then they turn out to be really cool. You know what I mean?
That's you.
Is that me?
Yeah,
that's
because
always you.
Yeah, just you. I was not. I knew this would be good.
Well, I thought to myself, another life coach.
Right, because you did. Not only did you not do any research, you didn't even pay attention to the messages we were sending.
What messages?
The
this morning.
My point exactly.
She was let me put it out here. Very entertaining when she was awake. She started to teeter off there a little bit.
No, she was
but in the beginning, she was very entertaining.
She was thinking.
And I could tell she was penciling down what I told her. So she takes pride in her work. It's not just a gimmick. Very nice lady. Very. She does have a nice voice for the phone. I mean, for radio or whatever, TV.
I was feeling that.
You was
what?
Ricky, I'm sorry. I'm surprised Ricky didn't come in and give any of his dreams.
I don't dream. I've never had a dream ever in my entire life.
That's something.
We should ask her about that, Ricky.
I could interpret that.
I thought that was normal.
Nothing about you is normal. So anyway, we need to take a break because I got to take a whiz. And congratulations to Dildano for winning the LED projector. Carlisi, he beat you to the punch. I thought maybe you might make it in there, but he did. Dildano, hopefully Dildano can pick it up. this Saturday at our first annual Shift Head event at 69 Taps in downtown Akron. And
Wait, are we done?
No, we're taking a break. All right, we'll be back in 3 minutes. And we're going to play a song that's not going to get banned on YouTube.
You're listening to the Leroy and Earl Show. Like me, Leroy and Earl will be back. Hasta la vista, shift heads.
Hello, this is Andrew WK, and you're listening to Strange Label. Time to party.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Leroy and Earl Show. I'm Leroy.
I'm Earl.
And I'm Tuna.
And you're listening to the Adult Cartoon Podcast, and we just talked to Marley Love, life coach and dream interpreter. And that was great. Enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that. It was fun. And this Saturday is the first annual Shift Head Hangout.
Is Face of Dave really coming?
Face of Dave is driving from Pennsylvania. Vixen is flying in from San Bernardino, California.
Nice.
But I do know that Dr. Brown will be there. Dildano said he's coming. He better come because you're not getting this projector if you don't.
A lot about the free shipping.
Ricky will be there. Father James said he's going to try and stop by, and Saul Gorman said he's not coming unless Dildano does, which was a compliment, I thought, but apparently it wasn't.
You know, I got to put another shout out to our closet shift heads. I can't even remember, like, who this was, but throughout the week, somebody said, oh, yeah, I listen to your show once in a while. Somebody I never even knew about our show.
That's the thing. We have more closet shift heads than we have shift heads that are
People
out.
just listen and they don't even say anything.
I don't know what the deal is. I wish they would. I wish the shift heads. This show will not succeed unless people that listen make it known. Like we still have yet to get one. And I'm going to say this, please, Marley, if you listen, forgive me. Father James, forgive me. Everyone, forgive me for what I'm about to say. We haven't had one goddamn review or rating on anything. Not on iTunes,
Well, that's
not on
our
Google
fault. We
Play.
could have done it ourselves, at least.
No, there's no point in doing that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, and how hard would that be?
Yeah, you lazy ass
How hard would
shitheads.
that
Go
be?
on there and review. I want everybody right now. I don't care if you're driving your car down a freeway. I want you to get on your phone or on your laptop and go to wherever you listen or wherever you don't listen, and you need to review, man. We are all a shift head.
Even if it was bad, you could say this show sucks so bad that I couldn't listen.
Yeah.
That would be great because
Any
people
kind of
see that
review.
they go, "Wow, I think I'll check that out."
Listen, part of being a shift head is to know that you're just one tooth on a gear full of many shift heads. So we need you to operate this machine. And bring it to the top.
Apparently, most of our shift heads are hat boxes.
Or what?
Hat boxes.
They're in a hat, huh?
They're a hat box.
Mad Hatters?
No, they are a hat box, way deep in the closet.
They're deep in the closet.
Deep down in there, way in the back. So anyway, yeah, it'd be great if somebody could do that. Give us a shout out on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast.
Yeah, and Strange Label owner, whoever you are,
Mike.
Your website says not secure. So no, you're not getting my credit card information.
Mine says it's secure. Are you on the chat?
I'm on www.strangelabel live under live.
Oh, maybe it's not. I'm on the chat secure. But anyway, so I did not get to ask this one question that who is it? Sean Connery, listening on Strange Label, wanted me to ask Marley if she wished Billy Graham a happy 100th birthday, which I thought was just despicable.
That's freaking rude.
That's terrible because he
I know,
died
it's
at like
funny.
99 years and 11 months and 2 weeks or something. So anyway, terrible. Sean Connery, you should be ashamed of yourself. So anyway, yeah, we're having that Shift Head event this weekend, and you guys better be there. You better at least come for a while.
When is it?
It's this Saturday at 7 p.m. at 69 Taps, downtown Akron.
What's the weather going to be like?
Shitty. I don't know. You're the weather guy. So anyway, y'all should come on out. Because
Are we wrapping this show up? Are we done?
it's up to you. We are not going to be here next week. We're taking the week off. Yes. Get a week off.
Yes. Yes. Are you going to paint? I'll help you.
Oh, I forgot. Look, see what I forgot to do?
What? Go live?
Too much going on.
You forgot to go live.
I forgot
Got
to
to
go.
do the whole thing over again.
No, we were live. I just forgot to go back from the.
I
We'll
would
be right
quit
back.
the show right then. That'd be it. If you weren't live, like we didn't record it or anything.
I don't know. This isn't too bad. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun,
Yeah.
and I like the fact that we're adding pieces of, events that happened.
Yeah.
Toe
Like
of Satan challenge
yeah.
on
Right.
top of the furry
I
head.
like that one up there with the shadow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you can come on out this weekend, this Saturday, to the Shift Head event, we're just going to hang out. Like I said, I think Ricky will be there. If not, they'll definitely be leaving some phone messages.
Yeah, let me know if Ricky's coming or not, because that'll be my decision maker.
I'm sitting right here. You're looking right at me.
You got beef with me, Ricky?
I don't have to be beef with you, but I got maybe fish. I got a fish with him. It's not as.
You want to fish? You fishing for trouble, boy?
I'm fishing for you, Mr. Leroy Tate.
You about to get a hook in your mouth. You about to get a right hook, Ricky.
You can't even keep up with it.
Then you're gonna be my little Ricky bitch, and you're gonna be bobbing up and down.
That's what we were saying on the ride over here.
Oh, I forgot about that. You guys rode over here
It's
together.
not gay to get your wiener sucked, Ricky. It's gay when you're sucking wieners.
Well, that's.
All right, shut up, Ricky.
Hey, Ricky, I heard you wanted to do a tech review. Should we have him
No, not yet. Let me do the
I
weather.
want to do a tech review.
No, I'm doing the weather. We
Well-
ain't got to do the weather yet. If the shift heads are coming out, they need to know the weather. So roll that weather bean footage. Or just make something up.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.
Ladies and gentlemen, shift heads from around the world. You're tuned in to Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. It's time once again for the weather with the one and only, always accurate, always informative, always useless, your pitch shift pediologist, Earl Lemus Tate.
Thank you, Christopher. That was pretty long-winded, but thanks. I appreciate it. What day did you say the shift head party was?
This Saturday.
This Saturday. Okay, we're good. I will lead you up to this Saturday. Tomorrow's Thursday. First of all, I want to point out it's getting down to 31 degrees here in Akron, Ohio tonight. So I don't know if you know that, but that's freezing. Tomorrow is going to be a high of 46, a low of 36. Partly cloudy, so seasonal depression is on its way, and it's here to stay.
Sad.
Sad, yeah. Seasonal affective
Disorder.
Disorder. Yeah. And
It's
then
dick disorder.
It's not.
shut up, Ricky. And anyways, Friday we're looking at some AM rain, 43 degrees, and here's the breaker. Low of 26 degrees. That's when we're getting into it. Saturday for the shift head party. It's gonna be mostly cloudy. High of 36, low of 23. So dress warm, but it's gonna be dry, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes,
and we can't
yes.
wait to see you there.
And luckily it'll be inside. So
Yeah, it'll be inside. We'll have umbrellas, shift head umbrellas. Oh, I did want to mention our shirts are done.
shirts are done.
The shirts are done. I haven't seen them. I haven't put eyes on them, but they are done. The price for the shirts are $20 each.
Sound bad.
So I got the price down considerably. And I'll be give me your addresses. Give me a whole, or I'll contact you.
Or they won't be. You won't have them by Saturday.
I can have them by Saturday.
So if
yeah.
you come to the shift at party Saturday, you can get your Leroy and Earl shirt.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
have extras just in case you want to pony up and get a shirt to support the frickin' show, Mister. I'm too cheap to order my own show's shirt.
I never said I wasn't.
Jesus H, you
Did
never
I-
said you were. I mean, come on.
I don't have the money right now.
Broke ass.
I am a broke ass. My wife doesn't let me have very much of my money.
Oh, you gotta
so-
steal, man. You start stealing.
know.
That's what I do.
I got my
and that-
fingers crossed for a little freaky deaky.
And then next Wednesday, November 21st, it'll be 46 degrees and with a low of 35. That's your weather.
All right, that's so this weekend Saturday. It's not bad weather. Should be all right for driving. So-
T-shirts, baby. This
T-shirts, baby.
Saturday.
Leroy and Earl T-shirts with the new Leroy and Earl logo.
You know what would be awesome?
If we wore them.
If we all wore them
If
with that
everyone-
trunk.
Yes, it would be awesome. Did you take the day off? Did you
Give
take
me
the
a
day
five.
off? next day?
No, not yet.
That would be cool. I'm hoping to talk my better half into DDing that night so I can let her loose. Let her loose. You know what I'm saying?
DDing.
Designated driver.
Deep dicking.
Deep dicking.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say deep dicking. I was gonna say deep dicking from the backside.
God. Anyway, yes. So
So is there
I'm
anything?
really looking forward to this event. This
Yeah.
is our first
You're
time.
not wearing a shirt unless you give me $20.
You have to go shirtless.
You have to steal $20.
I will be giving you $20.
Well, I'm excited. Or you said you were excited?
I'm excited about this first event. We've been doing this show for 3 years. Actually, 3 years. 4
Actual
years.
on-air 3 years.
Right, 4 years since we started the show, and we've never done this before ever. So this was a spur of the moment thing, and I thought to myself, you know, I'm planning this right, like spur of the moment. I thought, you know what, I could have planned this a year ahead of time. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't affect the amount of people that came. So Dr. Brown will be there, definitely. He's one of our biggest shift heads, so hopefully Dildano can be there because I don't know.
I want to point out.
Duke it out in the parking
That
lot.
it would be the first time those two have been together.
Yeah, no,
that I
but
remember.
we squashed that. But here's the thing. Dr.
Yeah.
Brown ordered.
Did we squash it?
Maybe. Dr. Brown. There's going to be some fighting over this projector, I think.
No,
But,
I don't think so. He won it fair and square. Dildano got it.
Dr. Brown ordered a muscle shirt, so it's going to be pretty cold. But
Oh, he will.
I bet he'll rock it.
He will.
Didn't he do the run where you run in your
Runs
underwear?
in his underwear, yeah.
Yeah.
He tries to
In
get
your
us to do it
underwear.
every year, and we're like,
Yeah,
I
no.
don't think so.
Running in your underwear is for sissies.
Yeah, I don't even want to
Take
run.
it off.
I don't want to run anytime. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I just stand around in my underwear? Okay,
Right.
I'll do that. Is there anything on the sushi tonight? or no? Do you have
No.
anything you want to talk about?
No, I think I've admitted to plenty tonight.
Yeah, it is 20 after 8, so
Okay.
we kind of went over a little
Let's
bit.
call it.
But I think we hit everything we needed to hit this week.
I want to do a tech review.
No, you're not doing a tech review. You can do it
Let
next
him do
week.
it. Let him do it.
No, we're out of
Because
time.
that'll make it. No, we're
I
not.
want to do a tech review.
That'll make it an hour and a half.
All right. So that means I got to bring up the music, too?
You don't have to. It's just Ricky.
That's true. Where's
Let's
it
have
at?
a law.
I can't even find
Let's
it.
have a law. The moon looks
The
beautiful
law.
tonight, by the way.
Oh, it's
It
gorgeous.
does. Yeah.
If you guys didn't know, we've been doing this show to outside for the last month
Yes.
or so.
Yep. And anyway, so Ricky, you serious? You got tech review?
I do. Play the music, bitch.
Do you want me to play it? I can play it if you can.
All right. Here's the tech review with Ricky Dixon, our intern. Ricky, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Leroy. So I got shit. I forgot.
You should have wrote it down.
Are you serious? What's this? What is this right here?
That I did write it down. There it is. Okay, I got it. So I went out and I bought a
what?
Ricky.
You need to slap me in the head when I say that.
All right, say it.
I bought a Roku. I bought a Roku Express. Don't you have one of those, Mr. Earl?
We have a Roku. I don't know. Is there a difference in the Express?
There's
Smack me.
several different.
What's the Express, Ricky?
It's got a little thing you plug it in your TV, and it just makes all the
Yeah,
shows.
that's what we have.
You get to plug it in.
Yeah, we told Leroy about that last week, I think it was.
Maybe that's
or the week
why.
before.
Maybe that's why I'm doing this. So I bought a Roku Express, and I got YouTube TV, and I got Netflix and Hulu, and it freaking rocks.
Does it
works-
rock, Ricky?
It works really well.
Did you check out all the other stuff you got? I mean, you don't need it with those options, but you also got like Tubi TV and all this other
I
stuff.
haven't checked out the other stuff yet because I've been watching the Walking Dead.
Oh, come on, Ricky, man.
Is Walking Dead still on?
Yeah, you didn't see Rick Grimes the last episode?
Did he die?
I will admit I did watch it. And
We watch that as a Shift Head Nation on the show next week. I want to see Grimes die.
I'm so tempted. Well, yes, let's do that. You watch the whole show or just the part?
No, just the part where he dies,
part where
and then
So
we
we'll
can
do
be
that.
done with it.
Not next week because we're taking the week
Yeah,
off.
I mean,
taking the week off next week. But actually, we could do that as a bonus content if you wanted to do that some other night. Like,
Well, what's the point of taking a week off if we're going to come in and do bonus content? Ricky, so that's it?
Yeah, that's what I would want to say. The Roku Express is only $30, and it works. It picks up the Wi-Fi signal very good. So I haven't had any. That's what it's called, isn't
Now,
it?
Ricky, Wiki, Ricky.
He called me Wiki.
Did you you subscribe to Netflix and Hulu, right?
It's right, and Hulu's.
Now, do you have the Primo package where you don't have to do the commercials?
Of course.
Because the commercials are annoying,
That's
right?
the point.
They get longer and longer. Then they start asking you, do you like raisins or chocolate?
Right.
Like you got to choose your advertisement. They're not even that far
That's
off.
the one downside to YouTube TV is if you wanna watch something that's already aired, so you want to stream it, you have to watch the commercials. So
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you record it, like if it hasn't aired yet, and you hit record and records, then you can skip the commercials. But
Where do you record at? I can't imagine that.
It's just in the cloud.
Oh, okay. So you don't
Yeah.
actually record it on the. Because I was gonna say there can't be that
It's
much
just-
memory on that.
It
thing.
adds it to your library.
Okay.
Basically. So and the big upside to YouTube
You
compared
know
to
more about this than Ricky, actually.
I do. He just knows about the Roku.
Yeah, well, hey, thanks, Ricky.
You're welcome, Mr. Tate.
Sorry, he's.
I swear. Thanks. So anyway, yeah, YouTube TV has unlimited storage, so you could set everything in the world to record and don't have to ever worry about running
Now,
out of
how much
space.
is that service again? $15?
$40 a month.
Ooh.
40. Now you say ooh, but when you compare that to what you would have to pay cable or satellite to get those channels,
You get sports.
you get
Live.
Yes. You, get,
Can you get rid of Netflix and Hulu?
you could. Yes. Yes.
And
you
it
could.
would suffice.
Well, it
Okay,
depends.
well, we're still not doing it.
There's a lot of well, considering Netflix is very inexpensive. I'm gonna get rid of Hulu for a while because I'm not watching it now. I'm watching YouTube TV and Netflix.
That's a good thing about it. I mean, you're not locked in. Anyway,
Right, even YouTube TV when football season's over, I just put it on hold and you know, I don't have to pay a bunch of money and I don't have a freaking.
It's like being in a relationship without marriage, you know.
It's kind of like that. It's like you could. Whoa, that
You better
look.
cut the show.
Whoa,
I did
that's-
not mean
that's-
that way.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for the show.
Let me kiss on live show.
Oh, come on, man. Seriously, where's my Tang Tang Dada?
That song is 7 minutes long.
We'll play it. You said you'd play it. Don't I ever get to...
So you want me to play a 7-minute song
Yes.
to end the show?
Yes. Well, I wanted it a 7-minute break, but yeah.
I could save it for next time we have a
How
7-minute
about you
break.
just turn this song off?
Okay, well, I'll play this one.
It sounds like something... Come on, man. Like everything was going good.
What?
Everything
This is
was
a great
going good.
song.
Man, get into it. We gotta have some metal.
All right.
Or some rap.
Metal or rap? How about this?
That's... liking it.
Take cover, my friend.
I was traveling through an enchanted forest when before me in my path
I'm leaving.
appeared.
Is this all right?
Yeah, Grubhub, baby. DiscountWheelies.com. OhioEssentials.com.
Come, my child.
Burn your speakers alive.
Grubhub, baby.
Unable to play my rhymes. Bit my lips, spitting that last line. So quick it's a pastime. I started off beating, I ended up on
Started off beating.
On a picnic table in the backyards where it all started. Hip hop came at me and I ended up in a milk carton. No one's in front of me, you see me ever since. All I found was a pair of headphones as evidence. How many people are keeping the street legal? From the debut to the sequel, you're keeping it Steven Seagal. If that's you, DJ, drop the needle. Submarine flow, here comes the torpedo.
We're still live on YouTube.
Share my love with the world.
Put your weight on it. Loud, that beat is hard. Needs a bodyguard.
Bye, y'all.
Listen to Leroy and Earl's podcast. It's some seriously funny shit. Check them out. LeroyandEarl.com.
Whistles, DJ Five, the missiles. Always been into these words and these rhymes in a way that a word when a rhyme's 10 been a mile like I intended to. It sounds crazy, but hip hop and headphones raised me. Family took speakers and chords, handpicked me and made me.
I'm gonna go get me a drink.
And you can get a drink with us, Leroy and Earl, and all the shift heads at 69 Taps, downtown Akron, this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't wait to meet Vixen, and the face of Dave, and Dr. Brown, and Giordano.
Pardon me, young man. Excuse the shit out of my goddamn French.
One, two, three. Put your weight on it. Loud, that beat is hard. Needs a bodyguard. If it keeps banging like that, room's coming down. Keep it banging like that, right into my soul. Loud, that beat is tough. I can't get enough. If it keeps banging like that, watch out now. Gonna mess around, crash right into my soul. Loud, that beat is hard. Needs a bodyguard.
Oh, you better be joking.
And I am aroused.